Welcome everyone to episode 142 of Raw Sport. My name is Ahmed Al Hooli. We are back with another huge episode. Very special guest today, all the way from Detroit, Mr. Tony Harrison. Welcome to Raw Sport.
Thank you for having me, my guy.
My utmost pleasure, Tony. Tony, this week you've been all over the media. You made it very clear you believe you'll beat Tim Tszyu in a rematch. What makes you so confident this time around?
I think the extra 6 pounds, man, that it just gave me justice. It gave me life. Um, and like I said, the it's really in boxing nowadays. The new generation of boxing, it's hard to get rematches when you feel like you know what you did wrong, or you know what you didn't do right. I'm pretty sure if Tim could get some of his rematches back, he probably would, but it's extremely hard. But Tim is the ultimate competitor, man, and if it was anybody that would give me a fair shake at it, or have a rematch at it, would be him. So yeah, I kind of know where I messed up at, though. I kind of know what I did wrong.
What went wrong the first time around?
That's, see what I'm saying? Like, I want to get the fight. I don't want to tell you and then I don't get the fight.
Wow. Is Tim Tszyu still as dangerous as many suggest?
Nah, nah. See, and let me tell you why. No hating involved. I don't have a hating part of my body, but the Tim that I fought was a confident Tim. The Tim now is the Tim trying to figure it out. He lost like I lost. Um, he bounced back, then lost again, and then not now he's back on the rebound, bouncing back, and that shows. Um, he's trying to get his confidence back. He's not as confident as the guy that I fought the first time, and that's why he's not the same. I think the hunger and the fire is still in him because of his bloodline, and you know, boxing is what he's been doing his whole life. But confidence for Tim plays a big part. He started late. Um, but those two losses, I know for sure because I lost. Those two losses that he had, or three, or however many he got. Um, the losses that he had got him second guessing the stuff that he thought he was doing right the first time. I know that for sure, 1,000%.
Wow. And well, many would say to you, he's got a new coach, a new team. He's
But guess what?
rejuvenated.
But guess what? You just answered the question. You really just answered the question yourself.
How?
Anytime you get a new coach, anytime they trade somebody from Detroit and they go to LA to play for the Lakers, something is going on that's not right no more with the team. That team is the person that the first team he had was the person that I fought. That team. That was that confident team. They broken up because it's not confident no more. It's just not it's not as strong as it was. And now they second guessing stuff. So now he got a new trainer. So they second guessing, or maybe I maxed out with this trainer. Maybe it's something somebody else could teach me. But then when you get with somebody else and they start teaching you stuff, that stuff takes time. It takes time. Like, it would take Tim 3-4 years to get back to the old Tim with the new trainer. Um, yeah, he like they trying to figure it out over there. And like I said, it's the perfect time to fight somebody trying to figure it out.
You've been in the game of boxing for a very long time, trained with many. Do you believe you can change things at, at 30 years old?
The phone was kind of breaking up. You got to say that again.
I said, do you believe things can be changed at Tim's current age? Could you see anything different from Tim that you haven't seen before?
Say that one more time.
Could you see anything different from Tim under a new trainer that you haven't seen before if you were to fight Tim next?
No, 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 no. I think we won't be able to tell until he step up and fight a championship caliber or level fighter. I think the guys that he fighting are very tough. They they're very tough. The guy he's fighting in this next up and coming fight was I had the opportunity to have him in my camp when I was training to fight him. Um, so these guys are young, strong, tough, but they're not championship level fighters. You know, he fought one of our counterparts from around the way, Joey Spencer, who was a remarkable fighter. But championship level, he's not. Um, so I think what he knows, no matter who's training him, what he knows is enough to beat the guys that he's fighting to rebound them back up and try to get that Tim back that we all know.
Tim's fighting Anthony Velasquez next week. What do you think the outcome of that fight will be?
Well, it's tailor made for Tim to win. It's tailor made for it. Anthony is definitely a tough competitor, but Anthony has yet faced opposition for me to say Anthony is going to go in there and upset Tim Tszyu. Is it possible? Anything is possible, but realistically, um, it's tailor made for Tim. You got a guy that's looking to scrap. That's Tim does that probably better than anybody. I don't think a trainer, any trainer in the world, could put Tim in a firefight and Tim will probably come out a winner. Um, I don't think as much thought to the process and trying to beat Ant. Ant is not a mover. He's not a jabber. Um, he's physically just like almost Tim, and Tim fights Tim better than anybody in the world. So yeah, I mean it's tailor made for Tim. I expect Tim to go out there and do his thing.
What's he need to do to prove to the boxing world that he's back in this fight?
I mean, continue to do what they're doing. I think is he still with No Limit?
Yeah.
So I think No Limit does a great job picking his opponents. Um, just win, man. Like the name of the game of boxing is just win. Like as long as you keep winning, everything keeps going in the right direction, and he'll be back in no time. But he just got to keep winning.
Does he have to make a statement or does he just have to win?
I mean, just win. I mean, I think only nitpickers only talk about how you won. You know what I mean? Like I'm a true advocate of boxing, man. Like the winner is the winner. Like I don't care how he won, whether split decision, whether close fight, um, whether wide. A win is a win. I think every loss feels the same. You know, if I lose by decision or lose by knockout or referee stop, like I lost, and it hurts me all the same. So I think a win is all in the same. But I think people behind the keyboard will find a way. Even if he looks phenomenal, he don't have to get touched not one time. People will find a way to say, "Oh, he didn't fight nobody," or "He didn't do this," or something didn't go right. So it's always tragedy and victory. So I like just win. Like that's the name of the game. Just win.
Absolutely. You've got an upcoming bout, December 20th versus Brian Chavez at the iconic Fox Theatre. Take us through that and why Brian Chavez.
Well, to be honest, fighting at the Fox, it was you could have had me fight Donald Trump. Like at the Fox, man, I like for people who's not familiar with the city of Detroit, the Fox is iconic, man. It's legendary. It's where all the best events, the most classy events happen. The David Ruffins, the Temptations, the Aretha Franklins, the Marvin Gaye's, anybody you can name has performed at the Fox. The Fox just started doing boxing, and for me to be one of the guys to headline one of the first shows at the Fox, man, is amazing. Like I said, they could have asked me to fight Donald Trump. I would have said yeah. So Brian Chavez was a guy that I know nothing about. My trainer picked him, and I feel great, man. I feel great. Camp has been good. I've been sparring guys 20 years old, 21 years old, and I know if I can keep up with the pace of these guys, Brian Chavez don't stand a chance. A chance.
Tony, you've been in some big fights, and I've watched a few of them in some really physical fights. Where does the motivation come from at this stage of your career?
That's a good question, man. But like I'm not one of them guys you gotta hype up. You don't have to put a battery in my back for me to get going. Um, Boxing got me out of struggle. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like God put me on this earth to fight. I've been struggling my whole life. Um, Evicted, all that. So my way out of that was boxing. And if that was my way out, if God put me on this earth to fight, and that was my way out, why would I shit on God and say, God, I'm not gonna do what you put me on this earth to do. I'm gonna do that. Like you don't have to put a battery in my back. This is what I was born to do. And the 2 years that I took off did me all kind of justice. I was healed, and mentally I knew I was ready to come back mentally,
Mm.
and nothing was gonna stop me. And I linked up with Salita, and my plan was to just get back active. And he gave me the opportunity to say, "That's your plan. I follow your plan," and the rest was history.
There was a show earlier this year that you fought on with Clarissa Shields. You guys packed out 15,000 people at a local arena. Well, what was that like coming back to such a huge event and occasion?
Well, for me, it was iconic. Like to be honest, like me signing with Salita, the shows he throwing around the city that I'm in was probably 50% of why I said yes. I was tired of fighting um, in New York and California's and wherever I was, Florida's and like, oh, I was tired of fighting all around when I knew the city that I'm in is one of the most powerful cities that you can fight at. And me signing with Salita that was 50% of my yes was him dedicating his time and efforts to Detroit boxing, and me coming back to fight at LCA was probably the second highlight of my boxing career. My first was winning the WBC. That probably was my second.
Wow. It was a great event, great night, very, very good for boxing in Detroit. Salida has really brought that feeling back, the boxing feeling back to Detroit. Detroit was once with through the Kronk Gym and Emmanuel Stewart and Co. was an amazing boxing city filled with history. That went missing for a long time. We've recently seen the Kronk Gym reopen up, refurbished. We're seeing the iconic Fox Theatre being used as a fight destination. That's where your fight's going to be on the 20th of December. So he's really reinvested and reinvigorated the sport in the historical boxing city of Detroit.
Listen to me, I totally agree, but to the people all around the world, Detroit boxing never went anywhere. Like the people that love boxing are still in the city of Detroit. It was the promoters that didn't believe that the people were still here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Salida to come back to say, to open that market back up to say Detroit is still here. You know what I mean? Like, and now that Detroit is flourishing, boxing is back. The city is given iconic stadiums and venues to throw fights at, man, and I love it. I want to be a part of all of it.
Okay. How much does legacy still drive you at this stage?
How much does legacy?
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't need a battery. I don't need anything to put a battery in my back to say this is what God put me on this earth to do. Like no legacy is needed. Only thing that's needed is a ring, another person, and a pair of gloves, and I'm in.
And lastly, how many more do you have in you, Tony?
Um, to be honest, I could probably do it forever if the guys that I'm fighting are these tough kind of guys like my last fight at LCA, those kind of guys. I think I could stretch the dope a little longer than I'm supposed to, fighting those kind of guys. But yeah, I'm taking it a fight at a time. So um, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know because as of right now, the hunger that I have in me is still there. Um, Nobody has broken that hunger. So yeah, man, I'm just trying to do this. I want to make this my last ride, if that makes sense. Like I want to make it my last ride. I ain't forcing it. I'm not rushing it. Um, but I'm definitely looking to put on these kind of good performances to say we can get a a four ball opponent to say we want you to fight for a belt. So that's kind of that's the plan.
So one more challenge for a world title, basically.
I mean that's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna win it though. I'm going to win that motherfucker. Like I ain't here to sugarcoat it. Like like if you see what I'm doing in training, you'll be like, yeah, yeah, I see what he on. You know what I mean? Like I'm going hard, man. Like I'm going hard. Like I'm going just as hard as I was going in my 20s, and
Wow.
I just need that opponent to bring it out of me. I want that good opponent to to come bring the best out of me, and let's do it for the people.
Tony, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to join us. Where can people watch you fight on the 20th of December?
The zone, catch me on the zone. I'm telling you, y'all not gonna want to miss it because as much as we talk about the bigger fights like the Tims, none of that matters if December 20th I don't go out there and put on the show and he don't go out there and put on the show. So um I think it all makes sense. Like I don't think anything doesn't make sense. If he comes out and I don't come out, and I come out the way I come out, so they're gonna see a sharp, physical, aware, fast Tony Harrison, and not only that, man, like a Tony Harrison boxing match is an event. So uh, be prepared for how I'm walking out, who I'm walking out with, um, just the whole ambiance. Just
Spectacle.
prepare for everything. Yeah, just prepare for the performance. Prepare to be entertained.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony Harrison, thank you very much for joining me on Raw Sport. Take care, everyone.